There you go, back again. Sorry, I just needed to take a break there. So let's just carry on looking at the theology. And if you go to the next slide, so this is slide 241, the Antichrist spirit according to the Bible. All right, so this is according to the scriptures. What is the spirit of Antichrist? It will deny the Father and the Son. And there's that text there, 1 John 2:22. Such a man is the Antichrist. He denies the Father and the Son. Now, Islam denies that God is Father. There's no concept that Allah is Father. That would be considered, in Islamic thinking, that would be considered demeaning of who God is. That would bring God too low in our appreciation of him. And certainly we deny that he has a son in Islam. It would be awful to think that he has a son. So that's part of Antichrist's spirit. Also, the incarnation of the Son, there will be a denying that Jesus came in the flesh. Look at this in 2 John 1:7. Many deceivers who do not acknowledge Jesus the Messiah as coming in the flesh have gone out into the world. Such person is the deceiver, and there it is, the Antichrist. So the Bible gives us a clear theological perspective of an Antichrist. It's someone who denies the incarnation of the Son. And Islam absolutely rejects that Jesus was the second person of the Trinity, incarnated in the flesh as Jesus the Messiah on the earth. And according to the scriptures, that is the spirit of the Antichrist. 1 John 4:2 says this. This is how there's a denial of the incarnation of the Son. This is how you can recognize the Spirit of God. Every spirit that acknowledges Jesus the Messiah has come in the flesh is from God. We acknowledge Jesus the Messiah came born of the Virgin Mary. Why? Because we speak by the Spirit. But every spirit that does not acknowledge Jesus is not from God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist, which you've heard is coming and even now is already in the world. Very interesting. Just click that again. 1 John 4. Click it again. Antichrist spirit according to the Bible. Point number 1. Denial of the Father and the Son, and then denial of the incarnation of the Son. Let's have a look at some other Islamic texts. Notice this in Quran, Surah 5, verse 17, the Yusuf Ali translation. It says, "In blasphemy indeed are those who say that God is Christ, the Son of Mary." So to say that the Christ is God is blasphemy under Islam. And by the way, blasphemy is punishable by death under Sharia law. Here's some more from the Quran. Quran Surah 10:68. They say, "God hath begotten a son. Glory be to him. He is self-sufficient. His are all things in the heavens and on earth. No warrant have ye for this. Say ye about Allah what ye not know." So the point of the Quran is saying, for goodness sake, don't say this. You don't know what you're talking about to say that God has a son. It's a counteracting text of the Christian belief of the 7th century Arabia. Let's have a look at what else the Quran teaches. Quran Surah 19 verse 88 through to 92. They say the most gracious has begotten a son. When it says they said, it's referring to Christians. "You have uttered a gross blasphemy. The heavens are about to shatter, the earth is about to tear asunder, the mountains are about to crumble, because they claim that the most gracious has begotten a son. It is not befitting the most gracious that he should beget a son." So to say that God so loved the world, John 3:16, the standard gospel, in Islam is considered a gross blasphemy. In fact, in Islam, the earth is about to tear asunder, the mountains are about to crumble, and the heavens are about to shatter if you say God so loved the world and sent his only Son. And another one here in Surah 9:30, the Christians call Messiah the Son of Allah, but it is saying from their mouth. In this, they but imitate what the unbelievers of old are used to say. Allah's curse be on them, how they are deluded away from the truth. Interesting. So to say that, call the Messiah the Son of Allah, is to be deluded. This is a picture of Al-Aqsa Mosque in the Temple Mount, which is the old temple site for King Solomon's temple, and now has a whopping big mosque on it. But interestingly, around the inside, if you click again, around the inner dome, there's writing, and around the outside there's writing. And some of that writing, this is what it reads in English. This is the Arabic translation of what you see. He begetteth nor was begotten, and there is none comparable unto him. Muhammad is the messenger of God, the blessing of God be on him. In the name of God, the merciful and compassionate, there is no God but God. He is one. He has no associate. God, who hath not taken unto himself the Son, who hath no partner in his sovereignty. So very interesting that I find it very interesting that the mosque has that writing around it. So look, I hope that helps. That's a little bit more just about the theology of the Antichrist, the denial of the Son, the denial of the Father, denial that Jesus really is the Messiah. Just very different, interesting things. So look, we're coming to an end. I'll give you a pop quiz, and you can do the rest of the time taking that quiz. All right, guys, thanks so much. I love you, and thank you so much for listening and being such good students. God bless. Bye-bye from New Zealand.